Not every protein works for everyone, and this is where most people go wrong. Understanding digestion, amino acids, and tolerance can go a long way in helping you choose the right protein powder for yourself. प्रोटीन लेने के बाद अगर आपको एक्ने होने लगता है या ब्लोटिंग होने लगती है या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपका वेट लॉस प्रोग्रेस ही रुक गया है, देन प्रॉब्लम आप नहीं हो, प्रॉब्लम है द रॉन्ग चॉइस ऑफ प्रोटीन पाउडर फॉर योरसेल्फ। प्रोटीन कितना ज़रूरी है, कितना प्रोटीन हमें लेना चाहिए, डेफिशिएंसी के क्या साइंस होते हैं, ये सब बहुत डिटेल में मैंने डिस्कस किया है अपने प्रीवियस वीडियो में, हाउ इंडिया शुड थिंक अबाउट प्रोटीन। Today, let's address the real confusion, the elephant in the room, protein powders. क्योंकि आजकल हर कोई दूसरा पर्सन यही पूछ रहा है, कौन सा प्रोटीन पाउडर बेस्ट है, वे या प्लांट, आइसोलेट या कॉन्सेंट्रेट, फर्मेंटेड प्रोटीन या एग प्रोटीन। एंड देन इससे भी बड़ा सवाल, क्या प्रोटीन पाउडर्स वाकई में हेल्दी है या सिर्फ एक मार्केटिंग है? द ट्रूथ इज, प्रोटीन पाउडर एक सप्लीमेंट है। जब तक आप इसे एक सप्लीमेंट की तरह यूज़ करेंगे एंड यू ऑल्सो चूज द राइट प्रोटीन पाउडर फॉर योर सेल्फ, तब तक इट इज़ ग्रेट। प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट्स व्हेन यू स्टार्ट यूजिंग प्रोटीन पाउडर एज अ मील रिप्लेसमेंट। तो आज का वीडियो बहुत ही सिंपल है। मैं आपको बताने वाली हूँ कि प्रोटीन पाउडर होता क्या है, कौन कौन से अलग टाइप के प्रोटीन पाउडर्स हैं मार्केट में, कौन सा किसको लेना चाहिए, एंड सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी कौन सा आपको अवॉइड करना है। No confusion, no marketing, only science and practical experience. And a small disclaimer before I proceed, I will not be recommending any brands in this video. I am not an influencer who's trying to sell you a product. I am a consultant, I'm an expert, and my job is to educate you so that you can choose the right protein powder for yourself without feeling the need to go and ask anyone else. And before I start to decode all the different kinds of proteins that are there in the market, let's first understand what is a good protein. There are certain criteria that a protein powder should fulfill. Number one, high essential amino acids. Now there are 9 essential amino acids. हम इन्हें essential इसीलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि हमारा बॉडी इसे by itself produce नहीं कर सकता है, हमें इसे अपने डाइट से लेना होता है। बॉडी को सिर्फ प्रोटीन ग्राम्स नहीं चाहिए, बॉडी को एसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड्स भी चाहिए। जब कोई प्रोटीन में सब 9 एसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड्स होते हैं तब हम उसे कंप्लीट प्रोटीन बोलते हैं, और जब कोई प्रोटीन में एक भी एसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड मिसिंग हो तब हम उसे इनकम्प्लीट प्रोटीन बोलते हैं। लाइक यू सी ऑन द बोर्ड हियर, दिस इज द EAA column, and all these different kinds of proteins I have written here as complete, which essentially means कि इन सब में सब 9 एसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड्स हैं। अब ये जितने डिफरेंट तरह के कंप्लीट प्रोटीन्स मार्केट में हैं, क्या ये आपस में डिफरेंट हैं? नो। All the complete proteins are going to help you support muscle building equally. They are going to help you support fat loss also equally. The difference is about digestion, about tolerance, about the speed, and about the cost. The second criteria is that a good protein powder should have good digestibility and it should have minimal gut irritation. Very important, because till the time you do not really absorb the protein that you're having, it's not going to do you any good. So it's important that the protein that you're choosing for yourself digests well for you. The third one is that it should have minimal ultra processed ingredients. अगर आपका प्रोटीन पाउडर में बहुत सारे अल्ट्रा प्रोसेस्ड इंग्रेडिएंट्स है, एडिटिव्स है, फ्लेवर्स हैं, तो फिर इट्स गोइंग टू डिसरप्ट योर गट माइक्रोबायोम. इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी हेल्पफुल बिकॉज इन द लॉन्ग रन इट्स गोइंग टू हर्ट योर गट हेल्थ. And the last thing is it should have optimal protein per scoop. Okay, so that is basically reading the label and trying to know how many grams of protein one scoop of that product is having. So these are the all criteria that a good protein powder should be having. And once you have understood that, let's start to decode the different kinds of protein powders that we have in the market today. And let's start first with the Whey family. If you can just read on the board here, There are different types in the whey family. There is whey concentrate, there is whey isolate, there is whey hydrolysate, and then there is protein water. Now whey जो है वो दूध से बनता है, so it's a dairy based protein. Whey, any kind of whey protein has been always considered the gold standard amongst all the protein powders that are available today. Let's start with whey concentrate. Let's get to digestion first. As I explained, digestion is important. It's important to know the digestibility of each category. In terms of digestion, whey concentrate is moderate. Moderate इसलिए है क्योंकि इसमें lactose है, lactose is present, which may not get fully digested. The carbs are also moderate because most of it is coming from the lactose. The EAA, as I explained, is complete. The protein per serving is 20 to 24 grams. Now here I have broadly assumed, when I say protein per serving, I have broadly assumed that one serving is a scoop of 30 grams, but it may differ from brand to brand. So you should keep that in mind here. Now, what are the pros of whey concentrate? The pros is that it is the least processed form of whey protein. So because it is least processed, ये maximum nutrients retain करता है. The second pros is that it's extremely budget friendly. The cons, however, is that it can give acne, bloating, and gas. So who should choose whey concentrate? Any person who tolerates milk well and is looking for a low cost protein powder should go for a whey concentrate. किन लोगों को ये avoid करना चाहिए? जिन लोगों को gut issues हैं, people who are prone to acne, people who are prone to bloating, sensitive gut people, they should avoid whey concentrate. The second in this category is whey isolate. In terms of digestion, it's much easier than a whey concentrate because most of the lactose here gets removed during filtration. So you see the lactose is negligible. And because the lactose is negligible, the carbs are also low. EAA again is complete. The protein per serving roughly is given here. Now what are the pros? The pros is that it will give much lesser bloating than a whey concentrate because functionally you can think of it as lactose free for most people. For most people, whey isolate is the safest whey protein to choose. What are the cons? The cons is that it is more processed than whey concentrate और ये whey concentrate से ज़्यादा expensive भी है. So who are the people who should choose whey isolate? हर वो लोग जिनको whey concentrate से bloating होती है, they should try whey isolate. जो लोग low lactose and easily digestible protein देख रहे हैं, उनके लिए भी ये एक अच्छा option है. Now next is whey hydrolysate, जिसका digestion बहुत easy है compared to isolate and concentrate. And इसका एक रीज़न है because whey hydrolysate is partially pre-digested protein. इसका क्या मतलब होता है कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के वक्त वे प्रोटीन जो है इट अंडरगोज अ प्रोसेस कॉल्ड हाइड्रोलाइसिस, जिसके वजह से जो प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं दे आर ऑलरेडी ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू स्मॉलर पेप्टाइड्स, जिसके वजह से इसका डाइजेशन बहुत ईजी हो जाता है, वेरी फास्ट गैस्ट्रिक एम्प्टिंग एंड वेरी फास्ट एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑल्सो. So what are the pros? Now because it is made in a different way where it is already partially broken down into smaller peptides doesn't make it more effective in muscle building than other whey protein. It does not make it more anabolic. It simply makes it more digestible. So here the advantage is of comfort and tolerability. Okay, it feels very lighter on the stomach. Because it's partially broken down, pre-digested, and that's where the advantage lies. What are the cons? The cons is that it is the most expensive in the whey family. Who are the people who should be choosing this? Now, if there are if there is someone who doesn't digest concentrate and is even feeling bloated with isolate as well, then that person should definitely try hydrolysate because this is super easy when it comes to digestion, and those are the right candidates to choose whey hydrolysate. I also use whey hydrolysate in a lot of my consultations with clients in certain specific situations, and I have just learned them through my practical experience working with my clients, and I would like to share that with you. One is as a pre-workout drink. Now, many of the times, a lot of people would like to work out early in the morning. Generally, nobody likes to work out that early at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. But there can be few people. I especially encounter a lot of these in my actor clients because इनका काम सुबह 6 बजे शुरू हो जाता है and they want to squeeze in a workout just before they start their day. तो जब आप इतने जल्दी you are training early in the morning and you want some protein before you start your workout, you will not tolerate a heavy meal obviously at that early hour, and at that time whey hydrolysate becomes very good because it just feels very light on the stomach. Similarly, if you want to have a protein drink during your workout as an intra-workout drink, then again it makes an excellent option because of the way it feels. It doesn't feel heavy. It's easier to tolerate, it's easier to drink, and when you're working out and you're using it as an in-between workout drink, then obviously you would not want to drink something which feels very heavy. Again, this is mostly used by athletes because they train for longer sessions and they're practicing for endurance events and things like that. The next situation could be as a post-workout drink as well. Now, many times people get very nauseous post-workout, immediately post-workout, and many people also suffer from low appetite post-workout, जहाँ पे उनको बहुत कुछ heavy खाने का tolerance बिल्कुल भी नहीं होता है. In these situations, again, whey hydrolysate, because of its lighter feel, makes for a better choice. Many times, especially for athletes, they do 2 sessions in a day, like a morning workout session and an evening session. In those situations also, hydrolysate is preferred because of its rapid digestion, faster absorption and faster recovery. It makes a better choice when you're trying to squeeze 2 workouts in a day. So these are few of the situations when you could make use of whey hydrolysate. And the last in this category is protein water. Now, protein water is also called clear whey, and ये कोई एक अलग तरह का completely different protein नहीं है. This is actually made from protein isolate, the whey isolate or the whey hydrolysate. A typical composition is whey isolate or whey hydrolysate plus purified water plus sweeteners plus flavors, and what you get is protein water. Of course, very easy to digest. The idea here is basically to have a clear drink that delivers protein but without the thickness of a shake. So as I said, it's not really a completely different protein. What is different is just the format and the stomach feel. What are the pros? The pros here is mainly of convenience because it is a ready-to-drink product, because it feels very light on the stomach. You can think of it as a sports drink that delivers protein, almost like drinking water or drinking juice, and that is why the name is also given as protein water. What are the cons? The cons is that it is super expensive. Like if you really think of it as a daily supplement, then it can add up to be very expensive. The second cons is that it doesn't provide satiety, lesser satiety as compared to the isolate or concentrate or hydrolysate, because satiety is influenced by volume and thickness. And here, because this is almost water-like, it is going to be providing lesser satiety. The third cons is that it's going to be having more additives, more sweeteners, more flavors compared to any of the other whey proteins. That is how it is made. So if you do not want to have a lot of additives, then this is one thing that you should think about. Who are the people who should be taking this? Now, very obvious, because the main advantage here is convenience. So you should be using it in situations when you want to choose convenience over anything else. So I usually recommend this to clients when they are traveling. Because many a times when you are in between of check-ins and you're in the airports and things like that, or even when you have a busy day, back-to-back meetings, you would not want to carry a protein powder. Most people in these situations do not want to carry a separate shaker and sit and make a drink and things like that. So this becomes very handy and convenient because it's just ready to drink. The second situation is again on low appetite days. There are certain days जब हमें उतना खाने का दिल ही नहीं करता है. The weather is hot or you're not feeling good and you're feeling low and you just don't feel like eating as much as you would eat on a normal day. So on those days when you do not have a good appetite, you don't feel like eating and you don't want to go for any of your thicker shakes, then again you can reach out for protein water, as it will help you get through your protein quota of the day, while also making sure that it's feeling light and very feeling lighter to drink and also very easy to digest. Now let's discuss the next category of protein powders, which is the plant-based protein powders, and we have multiple types in this category. Soy protein is there, we have pea protein, there is brown rice protein, and then there is hemp protein. So these are the 4 types of plant proteins that are there in the market today. Let's discuss the soy protein first. In terms of digestion, soy protein moderate है, क्योंकि इसमें कुछ compounds हैं जैसे कि trypsin inhibitors and oligosaccharides that may slow digestion in some people. The protein per serving roughly is given. Lactose, none of the plant proteins would be having lactose because it is plant-based, and the carbs differs as the protein type changes. Now the most interesting thing is that the essential amino acid profile for a soy protein is complete. In spite of being plant-based, it is a complete protein. So what are the pros? The pros is that it is affordable, number one, it is budget friendly, and it has a complete amino acid profile, so it becomes the closest plant alternative to whey. However, when compared gram to gram, then whey protein gets efficiently absorbed more, and it also triggers muscle protein synthesis more because of its higher leucine content. Now what is leucine? Leucine एक तरह का essential amino acid है, and it gets special attention because it plays a very big role in triggering muscle protein synthesis. अब क्योंकि वे प्रोटीन में compared to soy protein leucine ज़्यादा है, तो अगर changing and basically working on your body composition, which means getting to increase your lean muscle mass and therefore indirectly work on your fat loss, if that is your goal, then I'll still prefer whey protein more to soy protein. However, if you are a vegan or if you're somebody who cannot tolerate lactose or dairy, then this is also a very solid option which is very closest to whey. What are the cons? Now soy protein can give hormonal concerns because it has isoflavones, it has phytoestrogens which binds weakly to the estrogen receptors. अब जब हम soy एक डाइट के रूप में लेते हैं, आप सोया बड़ी खा रहे हैं, करी बना के खा रहे हैं और आप कुछ कम मात्रा में खा रहे हैं, आप कभी कभी खा रहे हैं, then it's generally safe. But when you start taking a higher intake या फिर आप जब रोज़ाना लेने लगते हैं in terms of a protein powder, then it may influence the hormonal pathways in some people. Therefore, soy protein may not be safe for everyone. The second cause is then again, when you take a higher intake and there is a long-term usage, then it may cause bloating in some people, क्योंकि इसमें oligosaccharides है जो कि gut में जाके ferment करता है और आपको gas और bloating दे सकता है. Just the same thing how it happens when you have any other bean like a rajma or a chola. So these are the few problems that are associated with soy protein. अब कौन से ऐसे लोग हैं जिनको soy protein choose करना चाहिए? Vegans who do not want to take dairy, people who are not tolerating lactose or dairy and want to have a complete protein in their diet should choose soy protein. If you're tolerating soy well, then there is no problem. So if you're looking for a closest plant protein alternative to whey as a single protein source, then soy protein is probably the strongest option. But if you're looking for a soy-free option, then a combination of pea protein and brown rice protein, that is also one of the best combination because together they provide a complete amino acid profile. So let's understand now what exactly is pea protein. Pea protein is one of the very popular plant proteins today and it is known for easy digestion. It is known to be hypoallergenic. Hypoallergenic का मतलब होता है that which is less likely to cause any allergic reaction, क्योंकि इसमें ना तो gluten है, ना soy है, ना lactose है. Pros यही है that it is extremely gut friendly, However, the cons is that it is an incomplete protein. इसमें एक essential amino acid by the name methionine less है, कम है, जिसके वजह से we call it an incomplete protein. Now, who is this ideal person who should be taking pea protein? Anybody who is not tolerant to dairy, like somebody who has lactose intolerance, somebody who doesn't even tolerate soy well, and someone who has multiple food sensitivities and is really looking for a gut-friendly protein powder can go for pea protein. However, they should combine this with brown rice protein because it's the combination that makes a complete amino acid profile. So now let's understand brown rice protein. Just like pea protein, brown rice protein का भी digestion अच्छा है, easy है, ये भी hypoallergenic है, gut friendly है, and brown rice protein भी incomplete है. It is low in lysine. Now, because pea protein is low in methionine and brown rice is low in lysine, so together when we combine them, they complement each other and give us a complete amino acid profile. People who should choose this blend of pea protein and brown rice are people who are not tolerant to dairy and soy, people who have a lot of food intolerances, people who are looking for an easy digestible plant protein that is having a complete amino acid profile. Those are the ideal people, ideal candidates who should go for a pea protein and a brown rice protein blend. The last one in this category is hemp protein. Extremely easy in terms of digestion. It is a high fiber plant protein that supports bowel movement. तो इसका pros क्या है? It has high fiber, that is one of the pros, because of which it becomes very gut friendly, very good for people with constipation. ये anti inflammatory भी है क्योंकि इसमें omega 3 fatty acids है, ALA है, GLA है. Because of which it supports some sort of reduction in inflammatory markers. It also supports gut lining function. So these are few of the benefits of hemp protein. The cons, however, is this, that this is also an incomplete protein. इसमें low lysine भी है और low leucine भी है, both of which are essential amino acids. Now, who are the people who should be taking this? People who are obviously lactose intolerant because it's a plant protein, it has no lactose. People who don't even tolerate soy well. People who have gut inflammation. Because it is anti-inflammatory, it's very good for people who are having any kind of inflammation issues. They should go for hemp protein. Also, people who have constipation or people who generally have a lower fiber intake throughout the day, they should be going for hemp protein. Now, the fact is this कि ये incomplete protein है. Now, a person who is choosing hemp protein can get very disappointed or disheartened because it's an incomplete protein. However, I just want to give this information out of my practical experience that I've been working with clients for so many years, is that आप अगर hemp protein choose कर रहे हैं, इसका मतलब आप वे नहीं ले सकते हैं. Probably the dairy doesn't suit you, the soy doesn't suit you, and you are having some inflammation issues and things like that, because of which you are choosing hemp protein. तो ऐसे में जब आप ये choose कर रहे हैं, understand that for practical purpose you do not need a perfect complete protein in every scoop. The body is going to pool amino acids across the day. अगर आपके दिन भर में प्रोटीन की मात्रा एडिक्वेट है और आप एक वैरायटी खा रहे हैं डाइट में, देन फॉर ऑल प्रैक्टिकल पर्पसेस अगर आपका थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली इम्परफेक्टली कंप्लीट प्रोटीन नहीं आ रहा है थ्रू द प्रोटीन पाउडर, देन ऑल्सो इट्स रियली फाइन. So you don't have to be very worried about this. So that is the information all about the plant proteins. And now, because we have finished the whey family, we have finished all the kinds of plant proteins that are there, let's talk about the newer categories, which I call as the next generation category or the future category. Let's discuss them. The first in this category is the fermented yeast protein. Fermented yeast protein is derived from specific strains of yeast and they are made to undergo a process of biofermentation. Biofermentation के कारण the protein molecules, they break down into smaller peptides. It becomes more bioavailable and it also reduces anti-nutrients. So what are the pros? The pros is that it's extremely easy on digestion. The fermentation process makes it very easy to digest, very fast uptake in the cells, and it is also very gut friendly. The cons, however, is that it is expensive, and the other thing is that the long-term research on it is limited. As I said, it's an evolving category, it's a newer category, so we still have limited long-term research on this. Now, who are the people who should be opting for this? It's great option for vegetarians and vegans, people who do not specifically want to use dairy protein like a whey protein, or who do not want to use any plant protein, and they want to use a single protein source. They don't want to use the plant blends, and they're also looking for something which is gut friendly. Then they should definitely choose the fermented yeast protein. The second in this type is the egg white protein. Now, the egg white protein, as we all know, egg proteins, they have the highest biological value. So that's one of the great USP of this protein. The second thing is egg proteins naturally have excellent leucine content. अभी leucine क्या होता है, मैंने आपको बताया था, it's an amino acid, and it gets special attention because of a major role it plays in the muscle protein synthesis. And egg proteins naturally have a very good and very high leucine content. So it has high biological value, it has great leucine content. In terms of digestion also, it is extremely good. It has easy digestion. It is a complete amino acid profile protein. So all boxes are checked and tick marked. And the good thing about egg protein is that it's a known protein. It's a reliable, complete protein. Like when we look at the plant proteins, then we need to blend it with something because they are usually incomplete and they lack some amino acid. When we look at the fermented yeast protein, we know that the long-term research is still limited. But when it comes to the egg white protein, it's reliable. We have been knowing it since many years. So again, if you're somebody who doesn't want to use dairy, who's lactose intolerant and wants to go for a complete protein and doesn't mind an animal based source of protein, then they can go for the egg white protein. Now, just so that you know the complete market landscape, because I am talking about the different kinds of protein powders that are there in the market, what we also have few emerging protein types, not quite available that much in India as of now, but outside India they are still quite widely available. Limited use, however. One is the beef protein and the other is the insect protein. Not something that I would be personally using ever, but just wanted to tell you about the different things that the protein obsession is bringing in the market. So this is all about the different kinds of protein powders. How I would like you to choose your protein powder is not by asking anyone, hey, which is the best protein powder, but by asking yourself which protein powder is good for your body. Because biological response is always superior than theoretical completeness on paper. So you should be asking yourself which protein powder is good for you, because your body is not going to transform because of protein powder. It is going to transform when you're able to digest, utilize and absorb that protein. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for watching.